Hello everyone, it's your boy David and we're back with a brand new stream of Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. I'm so happy that I'm able to stream again today. I was a little worried. I had some assignments that I had to get done and got them all done, and here we are right now, ready to do some more Mass Effect with you guys. Oh, I didn't change the lighting, but that's okay. You know what, we're gonna start this because I find that the menu music is way too loud. It is way too loud. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, we got the YouTube chat going. That's live. 1 second here. I'm going to go fix the lighting. 1 sec. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Just gonna plug in my laptop here so it doesn't die on me during the stream. Can't have that because then I lose the YouTube chat. I hope that that is my Twitch. I think I just kind of have to go to Twitch here. 1 second. Okay, there we go. For some reason, it's not notifying me, or I guess it's not. It's not that it's not working. The notification isn't working. That it's sending me to my Twitch. You again. Welcome, Total Perception. Happy to have you, buddy. There we go. Yeah, notifications. Why do I have notifications off? That's so odd. Good evening. Happy to have you, Total. How you doing? You get any fun Cyber Monday deals? Okay, here we got a bunch of messages. So Miranda wants to meet us on the Citadel. A couple other people want to meet us on the Citadel, I think. So we're gonna head back to the Citadel after that. 1 second, I'm just gonna send some more messages. All right, should be good to go now. Let's see if I can make it back to here with enough gas. Yo, we got 5 in here. Welcome, everybody. Happy to have you. Great, got your new mankini and assless chap showed up. Some of your Discord and they'll show the look. I don't have a Discord, but I'm sure they look great. Total perception. I'm sure they go great with the what is it? The menstruation crustacean, or whatever it was called. You spent $1,700 today? Was that how much the mankini and the assless chaps cost you? I'm sure your wife's gonna love it though.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I need to get to the embassies.
Navigation is becoming increasingly difficult due to the number of refugee ships in the docking area.
I don't think I've ever dropped 1,700 in one day. Oh, Samara's there. We'll talk to Samara later. We'll go see our girl Miranda first, because I think she's over. Yeah, she's over in the Spectre office. I'll just start chatting hot tub stream for y'all then.
Shepard.
There's our girl.
Thank God you're all right.
I'm fine.
I'm sorry. I wanted to see you in person.
It's better this way. The Citadel is a mess right now.
It sounds like it. I heard about the attempted coup.
Yeah. With Kai Lang's help, Udina nearly seized control.
Kai Lang? That slippery bastard's still alive?
He's alive, and right in the middle of all this.
That complicates things. I'll be on my guard. Look, I don't have much time, but I learned what happened to my sister.
Where is she?
I don't know that yet, but my father was definitely responsible. If he's done anything to her, I'll kill him.
Miranda.
At least they look like Roman Reigns. Who's Roman Reigns?
Cerberus assassins. A lot of them. I need to stay out of sight.
Is that a wrestler?
Why?
I heard a rumor, maybe more, that my father is working on something for the elusive man. Something big.
Why would your father be working with the elusive man? Especially now.
My father is ruthless about
Reigning WWE champion. Oh, okay, yeah, see, I know nothing about that, so hence why I don't know who Roman Reigns is.
ensuring his dynasty lasts forever.
And you think the elusive man made him an offer?
Exactly.
That was loud. I'm sorry I did that so close to the mic. There's a little ASMR for you guys.
Can't be good. We have to figure this out.
I agree, but I need to do this myself. It's time I stopped.
WWE is the pinnacle of acting. I've heard, yeah, I've heard that it's very
I can't
fake.
think straight until I know Ari is
And that, like, it's planned who wins and who loses, but I can't remember if that's WWE or, like,
okay.
which fighting,
Get going.
like, ring that is.
I can't promise that, Shepard. Could you?
No. I couldn't.
Okay, what else we got here? Location for Din Korlak? Okay, can't afford any of those. They're still too expensive. Yeah, I can't remember if it's WWE or UFC that's like... People say that it's fake. Oh, WWE is fake and scripted. You need mad gymnastic skills and tough guy acting skills. Yeah, I was gonna say, if some part of it, like, you do need the physique, right? Where do I need... Huh, okay.
I hoped you'd come. I won't remain here much longer.
What are you doing on the Citadel, Samara?
I suppose I came to say goodbye. Falair is safe, and Rila is at rest. I felt the need to speak to you before heading to battle. I want you to know there is no one else I'd rather see leading us in our last hours.
We'll make the galaxy proud. The largest fleet in history is already on our side.
It is impressive. Most would have deemed such an alliance impossible. But Shepard, be sure to assess your force's strengths and weaknesses before setting out.
Will Falair be all right in the monastery? Or what's left of it?
We spoke for some
So for those of you just joining us today, so this is an old squad mate from Mass Effect 2, Samara. We just did a mission with her that we had to, like, essentially kill her daughter, essentially. So that blows, but, you know. And we killed her other daughter in the last game, so it's like this poor woman just cannot catch a break.
I'm just happy things worked out.
I was fortunate that Falair saw things so clearly. And it would have turned out quite differently without your intervention. Thank you.
You know, I never asked you if your code has anything useful on fighting Reapers.
Treat them as any other enemy. Show no quarter, mercy, or weakness. The only
Yeah, simple as that.
is the scale of our foe. The code is too strict to account for such small discrepancies.
Is that how you see it, too?
You yourself killed a Reaper on the Citadel, and then another on Tuchanka. I can only follow such bravery.
What are the other Justicars doing for the war?
Most have made it home. They will attempt to hold Thessia. With the odds we face, it's possible our order will no longer exist after this war.
There's that few of you?
Our numbers were never great. We must prepare to sacrifice ourselves, if that is what's required.
Was being a Justicar worth it if that's how it all ends?
The Justicars were formed to bring order to a world that laughs at the notion. The role is solitary. Its demands are lonely and uncompromising, often to the point of pain. But following the code left me with no regrets. Take that for what you will.
Good luck out there, Samara.
What a wild life to live, hey?
I don't know if you believe in such things, but Goddess go with you, Shepard. We'll both be tested in fire, soon enough.
Heavy losses are mounting as human colonies Elysium, Tiptree, and Super.
Hell of a view, isn't it?
During our war, this place became a myth to my people. A dream glimpsed only in the memory shards. The Citadel was both the heart of our civilization and its demise.
The Reapers hit here first, didn't they?
No one I knew had ever seen the Citadel. To be here now, I don't know what to think.
It might not seem like much, but a Prothean is standing on the Citadel, alive. That's a victory in itself.
So, again, for those of you just joining, the reason why it's such a big thing that, like, a Prothean is on the Citadel is because his race... So, Reader's Digest versus Mass Effect, every 50,000 years, these things called the Reapers come, and they cleanse the galaxy of life for it to, like, start over again. And his race was from the previous cycle. So that's why it's, like, a big deal.
It's not perfect, but it's kept the peace. Most of the time.
Pardon me. This one has been listening. This one suspects you are a Prothean.
And they can do this thing, where they like touch you and like sense memories.
I remember your kind when you were still minnows in the ocean.
This one is unworthy. This one has seen the face of an enkindler.
They consider your kind to be their gods.
A pity we did not teach them to speak better.
You're really a Prothean?
Yo, we got
I am.
6 on Twitch, 2 on YouTube. Welcome everybody. Happy to have you guys. Hope you guys are having a great Monday evening. Great Cyber Monday. Did you guys get any good deals?
The Reapers killed trillions in my
I believe you can become a serious WWE contender. I am not in shape enough to be a WWE contender, but thank you for believing so, Total.
fight. Do not let them capture you. Death is a better outcome.
I'd have to get more limber first.
It's over.
A little bit more buff. Gotta have to keep going in the gym.
That could have gone better.
I assumed they wanted to hear the truth.
Not quite like that. Sometimes a little lie doesn't hurt.
This cycle has strange ideas about war. I will meet you back on the Norman.
Yeah, he's not the most, like, socially, best person to talk to.
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination.
Where else do I need to go here? 5 Embassy Guard. Who I need to talk to there? Zeke on YouTube. Welcome, buddy. How are you?
Ambassador here earlier?
Yes, he was, Commander.
I need in. Spectre business.
I'll unlock the office when you're ready.
How's it going? Did you get any fun deals on Cyber Monday? Yo, we got 7 on Twitch, 3 on YouTube. It's a party over here. I feel like that's way too close to my face. He's got the personality of a prince in a backwater nation. Yeah, for real. That's what's his name? That's Javik in a nutshell.
Cooperative with us before, Ambassador.
He's like, why don't the peasants appreciate me more?
Has that changed? How many colonies would be gone if we hadn't taken action against the collectors?
Too many. But fighting the Alliance
Must continue in order to end the war. We understand it took a lot for you to reach out to Cerberus, Ambassador Korlak. We ask that you trust us a little longer.
You people are monsters.
Ambassador, please.
Hundreds dead. Udina betraying the Council. I should have cut ties with you ages ago.
And what will that accomplish now? The risks you took by passing information to Cerberus, it's left you in an interesting position. If you sever contact, we can't protect you from the consequences.
I have no time for this.
We'll speak again. Have a good day, Ambassador Korlak.
The Turians think I'm still working for Cerberus. They've put a price on my head. I can't go to CSEC, but Cerberus has plans. An entire Turian colony rests on my life. If anyone finds this, I hid a tracking receiver in the office suite beside the human embassies.
Not a deal hunter, I just tend to keep money, but I'm a tight ass, I guess. No, that's okay. It just means you're particular in how you spend your money. You're frugal. You're frugal. It would be perfect if someone put the "This is for Rachel" audio to this, right? I agree. How's it going, Sonic Pod? How do you, buddy?
Saeed?
Just maxin' and relaxin'. What's maxin'? Like HBO maxin'? We sadly don't have HBO Max in Canada. We just have a thing called Crave. Bro, how do I leave here? Qu'est-ce que fuck? Am I supposed to do something? Am I supposed to look for something? Oh, the bug. I don't want it, nor do I need it. It's how I shop. The only thing I buy normally impulse things. After 5 minutes, I'm over not having it. That's fair. Not kind of max is just a saying. Oh, I've never heard maxin' and relaxin' before. I've heard chillin' like a villain. I've heard... I'm trying to think what else. Yeah.
This is Commander Shepard. Can you hear me? Tell me where you are.
We're still near the Presidium. C-Sec will check Selkish arms when they realize I'm missing. They won't give a damn when they realize you sold them out to Cerberus. Wait. Cerberus is planning to attack a colony that...
Stay calm. Help's coming.
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
Yeah, that's my favorite one, Sonic.
Saeed used to work for Cerberus. Ask him why he's here.
Why? Why go after your old employer, Saeed? How you know my name all of a sudden?
Good question.
Damn, wrong door. He needs you alive to stop Cerberus.
Cerberus is after a Turian colony. Kill me, and they get it.
Drop my name.
It sounds like there's straight up gunfire going on in here.
A recent acquaintance.
Like what?
How recent? Very. Shit. Alright, I'm listening.
Been a while, Saeed.
Shepard. Glad I wasn't just making...
Here's another squad mate from Mass Effect 2.
Undisciplined bastards. This is what I get for signing up at the last minute.
Yo, we got 4 on YouTube, 7 on Twitch. Welcome, everybody.
I'm here, Commander.
Happy to have you guys.
You saved my life. I almost died because the Turians thought I was still with Cerberus.
Did those mercs hurt you?
I'm fine. They wanted me alive until the fees were delivered for my capture. They didn't care
Excuse
about
me.
what I had to say.
You kept mentioning a colony in your message.
Information on the Turian planet's defense system. They'll strike soon. But if I tell you which planet they're attacking, Cerberus will know I turned traitor.
Turn? You already betrayed your own people.
We saved your life. Tell us what planet you put in danger.
I can offer a bargain. The Volus bombing fleet. In tactical terms, it's worth far more than a colony.
Or you
Yo, we got 8 in here now. Welcome.
You can warn the Turians there'll be an attack, Commander. That should be general enough to ward off suspicion.
Nah, that ain't enough. We gotta save both.
You tried to do the right thing before.
Oh,
You
like,
failed because
lips
you
are
trusted the wrong
dry.
people. Now here's your chance to make up for it. You're giving us Volus support, and you're going to help us make Cerberus pay for using you.
I can't.
You can.
Waste of everyone's time trying to appeal to a Volus' better nature, Shepard.
Aphis. The colony's name is Aphis. Cerberus wants its shipyards.
And the bombing fleet?
Yes, It's yours, Commander. I'll speak with Citadel Security about this incident. You have my thanks.
So did you do any Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping there, Sonic?
Zaid, what are you doing here?
Rajira, okay, did what I could. Did what you could, Rajira.
With the mess we left him. Catch up with me at the docks if you like.
Also, welcome, buddy. Happy to have you. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Did you do any Cyber Monday shopping? Get any good deals? It was good. I'm glad to hear it. And no, you didn't. Fair enough. I didn't buy anything today either. Honestly, I found the deals were not that great this year. It really depends. I did find a good Cyber Monday deal for one thing I bought for the channel, but that was it.
Excuse me.
Got it 50% off.
You need to hear this.
Honestly, I completely forgot about Cyber Monday. I feel like it's... honestly... One second, I feel like I have to burp. Excuse me. I feel like it's just another excuse to have like another shopping day for them to make more money, because capitalism, you know what I mean? But hey, if it's a good deal. But what do you mean, did what you could, Rajira? What do you mean?
I will remember the perfume of your scent and the soft touch.
Oh, so for those of you who don't know, this is like an Easter egg to a side mission in Mass Effect 2 where this Krogan is like pouring his heart out to this Asari, who's the girl here. And long story short, you get them together. They move to Tuchanka, which is like the like Krogan homeworld, and then they get together. But then he dies in this game, and you send him her like his last letter to her, and his name is Char. And he calls her the Blue Rose of Ilium, which is like this poem that he writes to her. And it's really sad. Oh, you put out the word that I'm only 5 followers away from being an affiliate. Thank you so much, Rajira. Yeah, I'm only 5 away. So if you guys know friends that would love a fun stream, feel free to send them a link. Hopefully we'll hit 50 followers today. Because that means I could become a Twitch affiliate, and that'd be dope. It is depressing, Sonic. It's really sad. But that's just it. It also, I love that like they included that as a little detail. They didn't have to do anything, but they did. You know.
You sure you don't want to do something a little more exciting?
That just goes to show you like how detailed Mass Effect is in terms of like even the little side missions that you don't think would do anything have effects in the next game, which I think is super dope.
I spent hours there.
Doing what?
Reading, exploring, getting in trouble digging for ruins in the grass.
Did anybody ever do that where like you were playing in the sandbox or whatever, or you're at school in the playground, you're like, we're gonna dig to the other side of the world, and you never do because you're a kid and you don't realize that like you will never get to the other side of the world because of like the Earth's core and different layers of the Earth and the crust and everything.
Buy me my first history book the next day. I miss her, Shepard.
What was she like?
She was confident and kind. She loved to wear yellow. I thought she was the most beautiful woman in the world.
You'll be okay, Liara.
Maybe you're right. Thank you, Shepard. I feel better. I wish we could spend more time together like this.
You try to dig for treasure at the beach. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Let's keep it professional, bro.
I don't really have a lot of spare time for chatting these days.
In that case, let's get back. I'm sure work's piled up.
Probably.
It's going to be interesting to see what BioWare takes from their history, BG3, Cyberpunk, and new innovations in AI to make the next Mass Effect. Yeah, I'm really curious.
Hello, Shepard. Nice to see you.
name is Tasha Correa. Of course. P-O-R...
Weshra, I have an audio log for you.
For me? Where did this come? Oh no. Oh, Tasha. Thank you for bringing this back. At least I know what happened.
Damn. We have to give another letter to a loved one of someone who died. Both are sorry, actually.
You're stonewalling me? Those vids could be vital to the war effort. I doubt the Reapers have agents.
People are dying in this war. You don't get to use that as ammunition in your little pissing contest.
Thanks, Commander. I'm trying to find Cerberus spies. You should be looking in your own arms.
BRB, you gotta feed all your critters. All G, Zeke.
You're right. Sorry. I lost some friends. I'll go through time.
Surprised this place can still get supplies for a menu like this.
Maybe it's better if we don't ask how. Or where.
I'm glad we're taking the time to do this. I could use a sanity check.
Things have been pretty crazy.
You know, my life flashed in front of my eyes on Mars. And there weren't enough moments like this. With people I care about.
How are you feeling these days?
Feeling up to whatever the Reapers throw at me. And grateful that I convinced you to sit down for half a second and relax.
Let's talk. What are you drinking?
If you're trying to butter me up, it might take a nice steak sandwich, too.
So?
Shot of whiskey and a good old Canadian lager. Think they have it?
More likely to have Batarian shard wine.
At my parents' place in Vancouver, drank more than a few beers on their balcony, looking over English Bay. Yeah. Beautiful view. You know what, though? I feel good about our chances.
Yeah?
Yeah. Lets me sleep better at night.
You not sleeping, Caden?
Maybe a little restless. It's just, you plan a career, you focus, and then suddenly the world's ending and it's too late to find someone.
Someone?
We've been friends a long time, Shepard. Have you ever known me to be with anyone?
Whoa.
Just choosy or patient or... I don't know. Maybe what I've never found.
Oh, yeah, because doesn't the game try to, like, put you with him if you haven't, like...
Someone that I already care about. That's what I want.
Weird. This is just weird because we're with Miranda, but here's Caden being like, yo, do you want to get together? And here's Liara being like, yo, do you want to get together? And I'm like, bruh, y'all are thirsty for Shepard out here.
I'm sorry, Caden, but we should just keep it professional.
Sure thing, no problem. I understand. But, okay, look. I just want you to know.
Poor Caden, he just wants somebody.
Okay, a good one. Damn, this is way less awkward in my mind. Mostly, I guess I just wanted you to know that I...
Also, what an odd character to do it with, because the whole beginning of the game, he's like all anti-Shepard, being like, I can't trust you, I don't think you're real, I think you're just a Cerberus clone, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, can we get together now? And I'm like, bruh, fuck off. Thank you.
That means a lot.
I'm glad to be part of the crew.
What'd you call it? Sanity check?
I'm interested in how AI can expand upon what the writers and the world and lore builders create, giving life to generic NPCs moving beyond the nonsensical dialogue they typically get, and how AI can make decisions more impactful throughout an entire game world. That could be very, very cool. Because AI does get a lot of flack, but it can help a lot of things too, and people forget that, right? So, well... Right? It's a blessing and a curse. That's what they call, as they say, a double-edged sword. It can do a lot of good, but it can also do a lot of bad. Do I need to go to the car? I guess I do need to go to the docks. Typically how all relationships start in high school, right? That's true. I hate you. I love you. Can we be together?
Recognized. Please select a destination. One moment, please.
But sorry, man. Shepard's already with Miranda. You guys chose Miranda. Yeah, the classic enemies to lovers trope. I think it makes me think of that Sweet Life of Zack and Cody episode where Zac Efron made a cameo appearance, like he guest stars, and him and Ashley Tisdale's characters are supposed to like hate each other in the show, and it's just them like yelling at each other, and he's like, "You bleeding heart liberal," and she's like, "You global warming loving da 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 da," and then he's like, do you want to kiss me as much as I want to kiss you right now? And she's like, I'm startled someone as smart as you would have to ask. And then they just start making out, and then London and I think another character are watching them, and she's just like, wow, I wonder what they would do if they actually liked each other. Oh, Tactus is in here.
I recognize you. You're Commander Shepard.
You just realized the stream is 3 minutes behind. Oops. Oh, that's okay. I'm glad you're back, though, Zeke. Glad all the pets are fed. Gotta feed the pets. Gotta show love to the critters.
We've got desperate people down here with no place to go.
I also hear you need basic medical supplies. Dr. Chakwa spoke of a mutually beneficial trade.
I tried to be clear. In my experience, the Alliance looks out for their own. Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. I know you need our military supplies, but they're worth far more than your basic meds. Her offer wasn't satisfactory.
Your people need our supplies, and my people need every edge we can get. Your combat-grade meds will make a difference. And our mission may just save everyone. Now is not the time for pettiness or mistrust.
With our day-to-day worries, it's easy to forget we are all in this together. I'll have my people contact yours. You'll have your supplies as soon as possible.
James?
Commander.
Man, James is shredded, bro.
I was about to ask you that.
Jacked and shredded.
After our little chat.
That's what I hope I'd look like if I did what Toto said and became a WWE fighter. I want my muscles to be like real though, not just for show.
There's no official channels to go through right now. So, I guess this is my way of making it official. Technically, I'm just
because I want to be able to use them.
You know, I figure with you as my training officer. How could I fail? Right?
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't exactly say I'm training you.
Not officially. But what the hell is in this goddamn war? I'm just saying.
Because I've never understood. There's this guy, you have to look him up. There's this guy on the internet called the Human Ken, and he got bicep implants.
Really?
Sure.
And I'm like, bro, you do know you can grow those naturally, right? It's not like boobs, where you get what you get and that's it, and then you have to augment through surgery. You can grow muscles. You can grow biceps. You're gonna add what's already there? Like, bro, like what? Like, you do you, but like, not for me, fam. It's a no for me, dog.
They wouldn't ask you if they didn't think you could handle it.
Here's hoping.
But the real work starts now.
Uh-huh. I know it seems like I don't take things seriously, but when I commit to something, I fully commit.
Clearly.
Hey, I won't let you down.
Not the bicep BBL.
The only person you need
Looks like he's ready for Salty Splatoon. What's Salty Splatoon?
Good point.
I just know Splatoon's a game.
You gonna be ready for duty? Well, I'm not looking forward to slapping my armor back on, but I'm always ready.
Glad to hear it.
Ah! Careful! What the hell are you looking at?
Nothing. Nothing.
Wondered if you'd show up, Shepard. Figured you'd be too busy recruiting.
It was the tough guy from SpongeBob. Oh, the tough guy club.
I could always use more.
What was the lob? Was it Larry the Lobster? Because he had the big buff muscles. Larry the Was it Larry the Lobster? I feel like it was Larry the Lobster.
Mine is still around. Can't promise you anything, but if enough of them are still breathing, I can lend a hand.
Excuse me.
You know the current leader of the Suns?
Vosk? Don't remind me. Little scumbag shot his mouth off on a patrol mission once. Got half his squad killed. Real popular after that. We couldn't.
Oh, it was Larry. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Should have ended his tenure with a bullet.
Crickets, worms, fishes, and fish food. Not too hard. Oh, that's not too bad. Looks like you 10 years ago. You were Jack, Zeke? Did you look like our boy James Vega over here? Damn, good for you, man. I used to be really fit, and now I'm really fat. Now I'm kind of somewhere in the middle now. I'm like a little like muscle thick. Got the power. Excuse me. Got the power belly, as they say. Okay. Do I need to go anywhere else? No. Oh, Garrus at the security checkpoint. Okay.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at docking bay D-24.
Oh yeah, we get to do the bro thing with Garrus.
Glad you came.
What'd you have in mind?
Something that doesn't involve fighting reapers.
Like alcohol?
I don't think they've conquered the
That prompt, though.
I already scoped it out. But then I thought, if this was my last day alive, I'd actually like to remember it.
So?
So, I had an idea.
Where are we going?
Somewhere we're not supposed to.
Some things never change, do they?
Ever have that one thing you always wanted to do before you died, Shepard?
Too busy trying to live. What's yours?
The whole time I worked at CSEC, I'd stare up at the top of the Presidium and say to myself, I want to go up there. But I never did. There were 137 regulations telling me I couldn't.
So you got them changed?
No. Now I just don't give a damn. Figured it's time to do something stupid just for the hell of it. Might be the last chance we ever get. A little busier than I imagined.
How about a dive in the pool?
Yep, some drunk guy stabbed me a bunch of times, though. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
You obviously haven't seen Turian.
Didn't realize, didn't really help much. Lost all my muscle, got back to normal size, feel better, honestly. Okay. As long, honestly, though, whether you're fit, or thin, or thick, or muscular, as long as you're happy with your body, it's all that matters, man. Because you got it, it's your body at the end of the day.
Times like these, you know who your real friends are. They're not the ones running around looking for an escape route. They're the ones who stand at your side through the worst of it. Who never give up on you. I'm lucky I can say I know someone like that.
So am I. You're not going to propose marriage now, are you? Now, before we head back, there is one thing we're going to settle. Once and for all. Not saying you don't know how to handle a gun, just saying some of us know how to make it dance. So, let's find out who's really the best shot.
There are a few people in the galaxy who've seen me in action, Garrus. They seemed impressed.
Yeah, but I've actually seen you dance, Shepard. No comment.
All right, Vicarian. You're going.
This is a fun little skeet shoot on the Citadel. With, you know, oncoming traffic, but, you know, that's fine.
That was an easy one. Let you build up your confidence. Long range, I wrote the book. Nobody alive.
I only have a few minutes of battery. Welcome, Kyle. How are you, buddy?
Give me a tough one.
Happy to have you.
I said a tough one.
Step aside. Do it.
Yeah, we'll let Garrus have it.
I'm Garrus Vicarian, and this is now my favorite spot on the Citadel.
It's windy up here.
I think I'm going to erect a monument right.
I'm probably just as tired as the phone. Ain't that a mood, Kyle? When you're low battery, man.
Never know when the bottles might be full.
How cold is it over here? Well, to give you guys an idea, it's going to be minus 20 tomorrow. Sorry, minus 20 overnight, and it's going to be plus 2 tomorrow. We have, like, bipolar weather. It makes no sense. It makes 0 sense. It is butt cold. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I live up in Canada in a province called Manitoba. And it can get as cold as minus 40. Sometimes upwards to minus 50. It's been colder than Mars, where I live. So Canadians can live on Mars. That's cool. A useless skill, but that's cool. Not a skill I think people would desire to have. Canadians are built different. We are built different. Honestly, me being a little extra thick right now helps in the winter. Means I'm not as cold. Damn it, boy. No way. For real, you can go look it up. I just turned on my heater because it's 70 degrees in here right now, and I feel like a little bitch. Too funny. Alright, where should we go next? Let's do... You know what? We'll do one more side mission, and then we'll do a main mission. Just because I want to get it done and over with. What I don't like about Mass Effect 3 is they relegated all the squad mates in at Mass Effect 2 largely to just side missions, and I'm like, bruh, like, give us our squad mates back. Just give us Miranda and Samara and Jack back, for real. It feels like a personal attack they did that, honestly. And their big thing was like, well, we wanted to bring back the squad mates from Mass Effect 1. And I'm like, nobody loved the squad mates from Mass Effect 1. Why would you go back to a game that took place like 5 years before, right when you had a game that came out a few years earlier with squad mates people loved and were arguably better than the Mass Effect 1 squad mates? And you already had everybody's favorite squad mates from Mass Effect 1 in Mass Effect 2. You had Garrus and Tali. What else did you want? The ones people wanted were Rex, but he was relegated to a side character in Mass Effect 2. And yeah, it was not a good idea. And then they had the chance to rectify it with the Citadel DLC, and they still didn't fix it. They brought them back as like an arcade characters. It was really weird. Missed opportunity. I just hope the squad mates in yeah, not a single soul was worried about the squad mates in Mass Effect 1. Yeah, nobody cared. Nobody cared. Or if they're gonna bring back all the squad mates from Mass Effect 1, bring back all the squad mates from Mass Effect 2. And then have you have a big fucking roster and you could choose whoever you wanted. You could still include them in side missions, but have those side missions be where you unlock them or something. Like, it made 0 sense.
What's the word? Do we know how long these scientists have been holed up out here?
We have not been provided many details.
Sir, I'm picking up chatter from the Cerberus squad engaging the supply depot.
Do you have a favorite squad make, Sonic Pod?
Engaging the scientists?
And if I'm reading it right, sounds like more troops are on the way.
Okay, set us down, then get out of here. I need these scientists alive.
Like, Love Edie could have been Miranda. Just saying. Because that was the other thing, too. Unless your, like, love interest from Mass Effect 2 was either Garrus or Tali, you weren't getting your romance character as a squad mate for the final mission in Mass Effect 3. Like, it made 0 sense. You always really liked Miranda? Me too. She was a baddie. She's the baddest alive, man. And probably hence why you guys chose her again for the romance option in this game. Sorry about the Miranda. In life and in death, we give glory.
Alright, just keep moving.
If you guys get that reference. Bonus points to whoever in chat can get that reference.
Push! Push forward! Maybe we can flank these guys. Watch for it.
Still prefer Lady Dimitrescu? Oh, really? Over Mother Miranda? Well, Miranda was like a fucked up woman in that game. So Rhaenyra gets it. Also, I pronounced her name wrong. It's Lady Dimitrescu.
Enemy neutralized. Look for survivors.
My favorite meme to come out of that game was fucking Markiplier
Jacob.
with his mummy. Sorry, mummy. You are no French Canadian, sir. I am not French Canadian. That's true.
This is Commander Shepard of the Alliance.
Lady Dimitrescu.
Open the door.
Though that name is not French Canadian, it is Romanian, I believe. Yeah, because it's supposed. I believe that's where Resident Evil Village takes place.
The others didn't make it.
What are you doing here?
I'm supposed to be protecting these people from the Lucifer.
Excuse me.
Are they gone?
For now, but they'll be back.
So this is another squad mate from Mass Effect 2, Jacob. Not my favorite squad mate. I rarely used him. She's 9'6".
This one's on the house.
The internet was lit ablaze at the sight of Lady
Tell me
Dimitrescu.
what's going on. Intel says you're Cerberus.
all the step on me mommy memes. The same thing happened when She-Hulk came out.
Call us refugees. If we hadn't run, we'd be dead.
Why does the elusive man want to kill you?
Our stories are different, but the themes are the same. We were each using information from the collector base to work on the different components of a larger tech. After someone completed their component, they disappeared. No bodies, just gone. As we progressed, we started feeling like we were signing each other's death warrants.
The elusive man doesn't mess around. If he can't control it.
Yeah, Capcom's sweating knowing how long she'd actually be in the game. They were like, fuck.
You had to know that.
They're like, yeah, she's totally in the game for like the whole thing, yeah.
But the elusive man is one tenacious bastard.
Time to evacuate.
I love that you found her height in centimeters, Rajira. 290 centimeters.
With those guns down, Cerberus will just blow our escape shuttle.
Almost 290 centimeters.
I'll check and meet you upstairs.
Jacob, you should get that wound looked at.
I'm good. I mean, I will.
Commander, I should see to my people. Join me upstairs when you can.
Jacob did not recognize me. This may be an opportunity to surprise him.
Let's just focus on the mission, Edie.
I love that Edie, like, I love Edie. I'm glad that if they didn't give us Miranda, at least we have Edie to, like, crack jokes. For being like, I'm a synthetic life form now. I can scare the shit out of Jacob.
He's right. We're getting out of here alive. I promise.
Commander Shepard, Dr. Gavin Archer. We met on Project Overlord.
That's one way of putting it.
Yes. Well, after you took my brother to Grissom Academy, I tried putting all that behind me. I don't suppose you have any news?
Yes, this dude's a piece of human trash. This is Dr. Gavin Archer. So he essentially, like, so there's the DLC in the last Mass Effect game. I don't think I did it on stream. I did it after because I wanted to, like, include them in this game. There's a DLC called Project Overlord, and Dr. Archer essentially experiments on his autistic brother David. And, like, essentially drives him insane and creates him, like, uplinked to, like, a Geth AI. And, yeah, it's super awful, and he's a piece of human garbage. So that's why he said, oh, you took my brother to Grissom Academy. We're like, yeah, because you're a piece of human trash. We're not going to leave you with him.
Academy. Cerberus tried abducting the students, but David's okay.
You can tell from the hairline spells evil.
You have no idea what that means.
I love it. Though I guess not all evil people have bad hairlines. Maybe it's just the sexy bad guys have good hairlines. I don't know.
My dreams are haunted by what I did to David. All I can do now is hope that one day he forgives me.
So one day he forgives me.
What are you doing here?
I strayed too far from the path. This was my only refuge. As a boy, I wanted to be a scientist remembered for doing right by the world, curing a disease or discovering a new element. Not a monster who tortured his own brother.
What did you say to the elusive man?
I told him if his intention was to work with the devil, he only had to look in the mirror. I wanted out of his nightmare.
He just let you go?
If it had been that easy, I wouldn't be hiding here. Every Cerberus soldier in the galaxy has orders to shoot me on sight.
I mean, I'd do that too just for what you did to your brother alone, but oh well.
What happened to Project Overlord?
After your intervention, the elusive man insisted I find another test subject. Someone who shared my brother David's abilities. I couldn't bear the thought of reliving the nightmare, so I destroyed all of my research. Overlord is no more.
I have to go. And I'm not even going to pretend it was good to see you again.
Oh.
But Commander, thank you for saving David. Both times.
Up here. Don't be a jerk. There's only two of those guys. Just take me a minute.
And make sure those samples from Project Mia get out on the second shuttle.
I've already dropped one box. My hands were shaking so hard.
We're going to make it.
What's the status of the guns?
Still waiting. I have my best people on it.
How many scientists are here?
43, plus research assistants.
How the hell did you go dark with so many in tow?
When you fear for your life, there's a lot you can do.
Bryn, I can't possibly dismantle the genetic amplification components in time.
I'm sorry, Dr. Boehner. It's important work, but right now you need to tend to your family.
Wait, there are families here? Children?
A dangerous choice.
Yeah, because kids in war are a great idea.
So these refugees brought everyone with them?
Yes. We have about 17 kids here. Partners, spouses, parents. I promised these people refuge. A new life free from Cerberus. I just never imagined the elusive man would...
That's what evil counts on. That it's hard for good people to imagine. Okay. Everyone left gets out of here alive. This escape will have to be carefully executed.
I'd hoped. We tried so hard to make sure it wouldn't come to this.
What's the news?
Can't tell. Only know I can't fix it from here. I'm going to the roof. Cerberus landed a shuttle there a couple minutes ago. You in?
Jacob, you're injured. I'll fix the guns.
No way. These are my people. I'm going.
Just because you survived one suicide mission doesn't mean you get two.
Fine. But I'm gonna talk you through it from here. Cerberus is probably jamming the satellite link. Radio me when you found the controls and I'll give you the override code.
Will do. Dr. Cole?
I was like, what am I getting stuck on?
Of course.
What's your relationship with Jacob? We went through a lot together.
An old colleague of his introduced us. Through Jacob's eyes, I started to recognize what the elusive man had become. I guess I was so in love with my work that I refused to see the obvious. Its sponsor had become corrupt.
I get that. That's why it's important to have good people around you.
I don't know what we would have done without him.
Thanks, Dr. Cole. I'll let you get on with the packing.
Thank you again for everything you're doing for us.
Honestly, if you look out this window, that's what it feels like living where I am. Honest.
I'm in here.
Some kind of poison. Tailored to Turians.
Honestly, I wish we had that around here. Welcome, Dark Link's Wrath. Happy to have you. First time in chat, right? We're not lucky enough to have the mountains. That's why I said feels like, doesn't look like. We wish we had the mountains. To at least make it look like, to justify the cold.
Give us a minute. This is crazy. I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
I know the feeling. So how'd you become a gun for hire?
Long story. It was an opportunity I couldn't resist for people I came to care about.
First time. Well, welcome. Happy to have you, Dark Link. I'm assuming you're a Legend of Zelda fan? First time we have a... Well, all we have is a Great Lake, and it's lake effect snow. We are close to the... Are we close to any Great Lakes? I don't know if we are in Manitoba. But we have a ton of lakes. We have a province. We have over 1,000 lakes in our province.
These are great people. Defending their ideals, I like it. I think I found what I'm meant to do.
Yeah, I didn't think we were. That's why I was like, I don't think so. We just have a bunch of lakes. Just a tiny fan, if you couldn't tell. Well, it's a ton. Yeah, they call it like the land of 1,000 lakes or whatever.
What's the story, Jacob? Why are you working in a place like this?
After we got back, well, things look different when you come back from a suicide mission alive. So I quit Cerberus. I quit everything. And sat by the Mediterranean for a while. That's when I lost track of you.
Is that Ontario? What? I'm confused. I thought we had 1,000 lakes. But watch it be Ontario. You know? Province with 1,000. Oh, no. Okay, so Manitoba is the land of 100,000 lakes. We have 100,000 in Ontario. Eat that, bitch. Just kidding. I love Ontario.
And what did all that fresh air and meditation teach you?
Manitoba is known as the land of 100,000 lakes, a legacy of enormous Lake Agassiz, which covered much of the province after the glaciers retreated. That's so dope.
I'm important to these people. I want a life. I want a family.
Sure, I get that.
No, Shepard. The Normandy's your real love.
Doesn't mean I don't want to say to hell with it sometimes.
But you won't. You can't.
Okay, that's so weird because this is where Google like fucks shit up, right? So like it says Manitoba has 100,000 lakes, but then it says which province has the most lakes? Alberta, which has a whopping 59,000. I'm like, that's not more than 100,000. So like Google, you can get fucked. Okay?
How long have you known Britt?
We met through a mutual friend in the Mumbai cell. Guess I've known her for a year.
Wait, is that the Scarlet Witch Funko? It is the Scarlet Witch Funko. Where's my hand? There we go. She's right there. Above her is Star-Lord and Nebula from Volume 3. And as you can see over here, I have even more Funkos. So I have, on this shelf right here, I have a bunch of Solo Funkos. Solo Star Wars Story. I have Kira and Han. And then down here, I have like my little 007 shelf. And I have Paloma and James Bond from like the Daniel Craig movies. I have the Daniel Craig Bond. Down here, I have my Little Mermaid shelf. So essentially, these are like my favorite movies of all time. I have Jurassic Park, Solo, 007, Avengers, and then Little Mermaid. So down here, I have Ariel, who's given to me by Commodore in chat. I also have Ursula, Triton, Ursula as Vanessa. I have Scuttle, and then on my Avengers shelf, I have Hawkeye, given to me by another good buddy of mine. I have Black Widow in her white suit. I have Black Widow in her Avengers Quantum Realm suit. And then I have the Infinity Gem Black Widow. It's her, like, I honestly call them, they look like Sour Patch Kids because they look like Sour Patch Kids. But it's her, like, all red, in, like, the red Infinity Stone color. And then above her, I have the Yelena Chase from Hawkeye. I also collect Funkos and figures. Sound like you got a great collection. I do. And then off screen here to my left, your right, I have a whole shelf full of Lego and other Funkos and other figures. Behind me on my bed, I actually have the Scarlet Witch Marvel Legends figure. I have the Star-Lord Marvel Legends figure from Thor Love and Thunder. You're one of us. Yes, Darklink definitely is one of us. You found a good group, Darklink. And what else do I got? Oh, like the live action one. I also have Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad remake. Not remake, the sequel with the James Gunn version. I also have on my bed there, I have like a shelf above my bed. I have Dr. Ian Malcolm in his like sexy pose from Jurassic Park. Oh, for a second there, I thought that was a Stitch emote. And I'm like, that's so cute, but it also looks like a Pokemon. So it's so cute, whatever it is. And then, yeah, so above that, I have... so my Jurassic Park one, I have Ellie in the Jeep, also given to me by Commodore in chat. Shout out to Kyle, aka Commodore. And I have Owen and Claire and Blue. It's Wooper. I knew it was a Pokemon. I had a feeling. And then down here, I have off screen. You can't really see because of the Pepsi bottle in the way. You can just make out the top of the box. I have Steve from Stranger Things with the axe. And then in front of him, I have Endgame Captain America with the broken shield and Mjolnir with like lightning coming around him. So yeah, I'm a big nerd. I love movies. I love like merch, all that kind of stuff. Check out my channel, Davidson Carson on YouTube. Those of you watching, if you haven't subbed to my YouTube yet, I'm at 353 subs. I'm trying to get to 500 so I can start making money on YouTube. And we're so close. How are we on Twitch here? We're at 45 followers on Twitch. Now that's a really cool haul. 10 out of 10. Thank you. And there's more. Don't wait. There's more. So in front of me, you guys can't see this right now. But in front of me, I have another Ariel, the Diamond edition from Hot Topic. It's like the princess moment of her talking to Sebastian in like the Under the Sea moment. We have Owen Grady from Jurassic World Dominion. I have Star-Lord from Volume 2. Scarlet Witch and Agatha from WandaVision. I also have the Amazon exclusive Mando. I have Fennec Shand from Book of Boba Fett. And then under her, I have Ahsoka, also given to me by another friend. Shout out to him. And then I have under her, under Fennec, I have the, what is that? Aside? Something Funko. I think it's the Funko Fair. Amazon exclusive Rey. So that's very, very cool. It's the only Rey I have. I wanted to get Rey.
Who is she to you?
But yeah, I have way more. I have tons of them. Love Ahsoka. You and Commodore love Ahsoka. That's his girl. That's his bae. Along with Rey and Kira and Padme and all the others. But yes, you're among good company here, Dark Link. You're actually about to buy the Agatha versus Wanda Funko. That would be cool. That would be very cool. Do you collect Funkos, Sonic Pod?
I should focus on getting these people out of here.
You bet.
Also, funny thing about Jacob, because see how he's like with Bryn in this, and he's like, oh yeah, we're having a kid. So like, if you were Fem Shep in Mass Effect 2 and you romance Jacob, like, they just said sucks to suck. So he cheats on you and has a kid. In between games. Another reason why Jacob's not great. Which sucks, because he had the chance to be such a cool character. I will say his side mission, his loyalty mission is one of my faves. I haven't bought any yet because I feel like it would spawn an addiction. Oh, it will. There's not a chance it will. Just forewarning you, and it'll be the best addiction you will ever have. I got a buddy of mine into Lego too, and he's like, I have a problem. I'm like, yes, do it. I always tell people, and I have to tell my buddies, I'm like, if you can afford it, go for it. Don't spend money you don't have. Don't go all out. It's all good. Yeah, Kyle's a recovering addict. When did Legos get so damn expensive? That's a great question, Dark Link. Ever since the economy got fucked. Royally fucked. Legos are too expensive, but I love Legos, so I can't not buy it. Like, Legos now, minimum, you're gonna be spending $15 on a set that should cost $5 to $10. It's ridiculous.
We must locate the satellite tower.
So I'm very picky and choosy with my Lego sets, sadly. I really only complete sets that I really, really want, and I only spend money on the big sets that I really, really want. And I save up for those usually. And I only buy now Lego from the Lego store. Because, you get points at the Lego store. So I'm like, at least I can get points and get, like, free Lego, essentially, if I buy enough of it, right? Yeah, might eat Lego, soon to be cheaper than food.
More hostiles incoming.
Oh. Too real. I bet you it's got more fiber than most food. But no, food prices in Canada are stupid right now. Back in my day, they were basically giving Legos away. Back when there was a peanut farmer in the White House, and it wasn't much, but it was honest work. It's the same in the US. $100 here used to last a few weeks for me, now it barely lasts a week. And that's the thing. And see, here's the fucked thing about a recession and capitalism. So with a recession, prices go up, but wages don't go up. But if wages go up, prices go up to compensate for wages. So you're constantly fucked. So unless you make a shit ton of money, which I'm trying to do between YouTube and Twitch and becoming an actor, I'm back in school right now to make more money full-time because I can't make money. I can't live off the wage I have now. Like, it's stupid. It's so stupid.
repair and activate those AA guns manually.
At this point, I'm willing to settle for a sugar daddy. Honestly, same. I'm like, yo, if you don't ever want to talk to me or speak to me or touch me, but you want to pay me $1,000 a week, hell yeah, be my sugar daddy. Anybody hiring sugar babies?
The other gun is still down. Let's get over there. Okay, one of us has to make these repairs.
Edie.
Edie, I need you to fix this.
I will make the repairs.
Okay, James, it's on. Bring it.
Should we use the turret, guys? Too bad we can't shoot down the shuttles. You know?
How are the repairs coming?
More time required.
Are you excited for Coven of Chaos as I am? I am excited for Coven of Chaos. I love Agatha. So I was very excited to hear that she would be getting a Disney Plus series. And I'm glad they're actually able to film again. Plus, I'm just excited that Aubrey Plaza is coming into the MCU. And it's rumored that my girl Selena Gomez, my celebrity crush Selena Gomez, might be getting, it's rumored that she has a cameo in Coven of Chaos. So Selena in her MCU debut just might save the MCU from its current state of fuckery.
Shepard, AA guns are back online.
Copy that. Let's get these people out of here. Okay, the guns are already picking Cerberus ships out of the sky.
When the cameo just ends up being a line.
On track.
Fun fact, you're related to someone from the MCU. Who are you related to, Darklink?
What's our best chance for survival?
Jacob, what do you think? Are we ready?
And when you think about it, this would be Selena's first return to Disney, I believe, since Wizards. So that would be cool. What if she plays a witch? It's all connected.
Your call.
All right. Let's get these
Full circle. So who are you related to, Darklink?
Evacuation is go. Evacuation is go.
Like, are you close to them? Do they come to family Christmases and stuff?
Have the guns punch a hole in the perimeter, then launch Shuttle 1.
Shuttle 1 is away.
All right. Everyone here, head to the shuttle bay and...
I'm related to someone who was in WandaVision, and yes, they've been to family events before. Who are you related to in WandaVision? Are you allowed to say? Are you allowed to tell us? Do they know your name?
Shepard, shuttles are loaded. We need you at the landing area to make sure they get away. I'll meet you down there.
Clear the shuttle bay.
Oh, they don't even let us use the thingy.
Then get out to the landing pad.
Roger that.
The use the thing. Oh, are you related to Elizabeth Olsen?
Okay.
Or are you related to Agatha Harkness? Cause you're excited for Agatha. Bro, are you related to Catherine Hahn? If you are, that's so cool. I'm so jealous of you. That's awesome. Fun fact though, I share a birthday with Elizabeth Olsen. You're related to Catherine Hahn? That's so cool.
Roger that.
I will.
Well, if you ever see her again, tell her I'm a big fan, and that I'm excited for Coven of Chaos. But yes, I share a birthday with Elizabeth Olsen, so we're like basically related. No, I'm kidding. That's quite magical, isn't it?
Refugees to go, right? We got this. Just need to hold them a little longer.
Her mother was my grandmother's maid of honor. That's so cool. My grandmother's maid. That's awesome. That's so cool. Oh, see you, Kyle. Thank you so much for joining. I'll be back on Wednesday with another stream, buddy, okay? Thank you so much for joining.
Jacob, understood.
That's so cool, though, Darklink. That's awesome.
Jacob, landing area cleared. This place is crawling. Bringing the shuttle to you. Roger that.
I only put the pieces together a few years ago, but then I was shocked when I found out. That's so cool. When you realize that, like, yo, that's my cousin is fucking Agatha Harkness. That's so cool, man. So did she come to a lot of family stuff then, or no?
Shepard.
Commander.
Usually once or twice a year, but she's been so busy lately, haven't seen her. Oh yeah, because she's up in the MCU and doing a bunch of shit. Because she's killing it. Good for her, man. That's awesome. I hope one day to be someone's, like, not that that's my, like, goal is to be famous, because it's not. I just love entertaining people and doing what I love, which is acting and creating content for you guys on Twitch and on YouTube. But, like, that'd be so cool to be like, yo, like, that's my brother, or that's, like, my cousin. Yeah, that's so cool, man. Good for you. You'll have to give me all the insider Coven of Chaos tea when it comes out.
It's where I'm at right now. I hope you can see that.
Keep him safe, then. The Alliance needs that.
You're so friendly, David. I try to be.
Report to Ed.
I think that's a great goal for you to have, and thank you. You're welcome, and thank you. Ready for you to enter the MCU era. Honestly, I probably have to get in shape first, which I'm gonna be doing anyway. Probably come the new year, because let's be honest, Christmas is the time to eat. It's thick boy season. But yeah, I'm still in the gym. I'm doing all that stuff. I would love to be in the MCU. Not gonna lie, I was really worried there for a second. Because if you guys know the current state of the MCU, it's not looking great. You're so going to make it. Oh, thank you, Kaylin. So fun fact, Kaylin and I, so Atomic, we're writing a short film together, and it's gonna be really, really fun. So stay tuned for that.
Having her on our side could be a huge win for us.
The sooner we can get the Crucible finished, the better I'll feel.
Yeah, Darcy was asking about the future of the MCU tonight. Honestly, and this is just my opinion, Is it a spooky short film? I can't say, Sonic. I can't say. All I can tell you is it's going to be magical in terms of it's going to be a great piece of cinema. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Honestly, it'll be epic. Absolutely. You guys are going to love it. Like, the story, it's so good. I'm so excited. Rarely do you get a script and you're like, this is going to be great. And that's one of those. And I'm very honest, I'm very upfront, and we're working on it. We've done multiple drafts. It's in a really good place, and I'm very excited for it. So you're telling me real cinema is coming back. I'd love to see it. Who knows? Maybe our short film will bring back real cinema. We'll see. But no, honestly, State of the MCU is going to revise this weekend. Oh, sweet, Kaylin, sounds great. See, like, we're working on it as you speak. So you guys can say, we were there when they were talking about when they were writing it, and this is what ended up being that, and da-da-da-da. I just think that's so cool. I love stuff like that, just because I'm that way with being an actor and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so the MCU, this is just my honest opinion, if they do not course correct yesterday, they will go bankrupt. The MCU will no longer be a viable franchise to rely on. The MCU used to be the franchise that every actor wanted to be involved in. Because, see, here's the thing, and Kaylin knows this, that is upsetting. It is, and here's the thing. So this is why DC must be happy. Well, they're not doing so hot either. And I'll explain why. Do you guys want me to give David's movie math? David's movie hour? DC, yeah, see, DC ain't doing that much either. Do you guys want to talk Hollywood for a little bit? You guys okay with that on our Mass Effect stream? Do it, okay. It's a struggle bus all around. Hollywood is in a huge struggle bus because of the strike, and we'll get into that too. See, this is where marketing and business is super important in everything in Hollywood. See, even in writing a short like me and Kaylin, we're attacking it from the way of what is the most marketable, what is the most palatable, what is the easiest net to cast across the spectrum of an audience. Because here's the thing. Yes, you can make a niche product. However, you will get a niche audience. It is what it is. And you can have rare successes, like Guardians of the Galaxy, famous case. Brought in this group that nobody heard of from the MCU, from Marvel Comics. However, it had the reputation of the MCU to fall back on, so people went, hey, all these movies have been good so far, we'll give this one a shot. And it was great. People love Guardians of the Galaxy. It's my personal favorite, like, trilogy in the MCU. And, which is great. It worked out. It made stars out of Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, everybody involved. It was great. Once you start... See, here's the thing, and it's multiple things. We can't just tackle it all in one thing right now. But essentially, you have to go about the most marketable way to ensure that a franchise is successful. There's a saying in the industry called a 4-quadrant movie. And what that essentially means is that you want your movie to hit every single quadrant in the United States. If you can hit every single quadrant, you're good to go. Your movie's going to be a hit. That's why the Jurassic movies are so successful. That's why certain MCU films, like Endgame, all of that. I said 1% and then it died. Welcome back, Kyle. We're talking Hollywood stuff. We're talking the MCU and DC right now. So here's the sad thing. I love diversity. I love progression. I think it's absolutely needed. I think it's absolutely necessary. Audiences have decided they don't like race-bending characters if it's an already established character. They love diversity. They love including people. They don't like when it's taken away from characters that have been established for the past 30 years. Great example of that is The Little Mermaid. I personally love that movie. I think it was amazing. I thought Halle Bailey was an amazing Ariel. I thought she was perfect. Audiences didn't like it. And that movie suffered for that reason. which is horrible. And it's horrible to say that we're in this year of 2023, we're at a state where a Black Little Mermaid causes people to like lose their minds. It's stupid. And that shouldn't be the case, because Halle Bailey was amazing. However, that's not the state of movies right now. The way to do that is to be diverse and progressive, but do it in a palatable way that audiences love and accept. A great way of doing that was so a really cool thing that people don't realize is that Hollywood was basically paved the way for Barack Obama to be the first black president. If you notice in the late 80s and the early 90s and 2000s, all the presidents in movies were black, but they acted like a regular president. And that eased the way for people to become more accepting of that, which is what Hollywood should be doing. It's when they pander and they, essentially instead of giving groups and diverse groups what they should be getting, and getting their pay dues, giving LGBT characters their due, giving people of color their due, they don't. They shoehorn it and they do it in a way that's very sloughed and rushed, and it's not good. And it's showing at the box office, which is really, really sad. So if the MCU doesn't course correct, and if DC doesn't course correct, DC has another problem. That's just a whole quality control issue right over there. But yeah, basically, if they don't course correct, MCU is going to be done. And people have been done with the MCU for a long, long time. I believe that it started with Multiverse of Madness. A lot of people did not like how, as we were talking about our girl Wanda earlier, a lot of people did not like how Wanda was handled. She was essentially who was made this amazing character and this powerful female character in Infinity War and Endgame. And we get her love story with Vision in WandaVision, and we get the culmination of that. We get the closure. The closure of that, and we essentially get that all again. So it's redone, it's rewritten, and Sam Raimi, the director of Multiverse of Madness, straight up said, he's like, yeah, I didn't watch WandaVision. And we're like, yeah, it shows, because this is a complete character assassination of Wanda. They essentially took this awesome female powerful character. Do you have any idea how good you are at making this topic absolutely fascinating? Oh, thank you. Yeah, that really struck a chord with me, and I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. It comes from Hollywood right now is a place of people fighting diversity and people trying to hold on to what they find dear and nostalgic and trying to move forward with that. And that's all where this is all coming. It's multiple things. It's a diversity problem. It's a money problem. It's a pandering problem. It's bad writing problem. It's just a lack of quality overall, and people are taking note, and people aren't watching stuff. So like Darklink said, he's like that. I hated how Wanda was treated in that movie because the director didn't watch her own show. How do you make a movie about Wanda and not watch the show that takes place directly before it? Here's another great example. So again, decisions like that is why the current MCU and why the DC universe are fucked right now. Again, quality issue. Another great example of that is Secret Invasion. Don't get me wrong, I was 100% on her side when she flipped the script like that. Oh, I would too. Honestly, my favorite line, especially for the people who didn't watch the show, exactly. They wouldn't understand it or appreciate it as much. So for me, the most powerful line in that movie was when Wanda looked at Doctor Strange and was like, and this is me being reasonable. I'm like, yeah, because she lost everything, but they're allowed to keep everything. And again, they essentially just made her the angry woman. They took this complex, layered character who is super powerful and is super emotional and on so many levels, and they just turned her into the angry woman, the scorned woman. And no one was there for her. Doctor Strange was like, eh. And she calls him out on it. Yeah, she had nobody. She calls him out on it in the movie. She's like, I do this and I'm the villain and you do it and you're the hero. and that's the issue. And this is where bad writing comes into play. You're calling out your own problem in your own movie, but you won't address it, but you won't make the change in the movie. That's bad writing. Another bad writing. Secret Invasion. That poor show. And he even uses the Darkhold and does exactly what she does. But yeah, no, the hypocrisy. That's what I mean. So again, that's the other issue. Is it's shit stories. It's stories that make no sense. The writing contradicts itself. It's hypocrisy in its own movie. Okay, so Secret Invasion. Sorry, I'm very passionate about this stuff. And if you guys love, there's a YouTuber I love called Beyond the Trailer. Go watch her. Her name is Grace Randolph. She does movie news, movie breakdowns. She has this thing called Movie Math Monday. She'll break down the box offices of everything. And honestly, all the information I'm getting is from her. So you would love, if you love this topic, what we're talking about right now, you're inspiring. Oh, thank you. Go watch Beyond the Trailer. I'm just reiterating what she's said. And, so yeah, Secret Invasion, that poor show, doomed from the start. So here's the thing, Secret Invasion, for those of you who don't know, was like making me want to go live on TikTok and talk about things. I'm glad, Kaylin. Maybe you could talk to some people, maybe you can fix Hollywood. Maybe we can all fix Hollywood. We'll call up Catherine Hahn, Darklink, and we'll be good to go. So Secret Invasion was a comic book storyline that took place across many issues in Marvel Comics. And that storyline was the reveal that we will do joint lives. I don't know. I've never actually done a live before. Maybe I should on my TikTok. But essentially, that big storyline was the reveal that some of the Avengers were Skrulls. And if you've watched Captain Marvel and the new movie The Marvels, which I actually liked, thank you very much. I actually quite enjoyed The Marvels, and we'll get into that. So it was the reveal, yeah, that some Avengers were Skrulls. And in that storyline, the big reveal was that Elektra... You liked it too? I'm glad, Darklink. I actually have, like, the cup and the popcorn bucket, because I'm that dude. I bought two of them, because I have Kamala, and I have... Oh, where is she? She used to be on my desk right now. Where did she go? Where'd she go? Oh, here she is. I have my little Captain Marvel from the cup topper from the Marvels. I love collecting all that shit, as you can see from the stuff behind me. So here's the problem with Secret Invasion. So sorry, backstory. That comic book reveal, the big reveal was that Elektra was a Skrull in that storyline. And hello, those of you who are just joining, we are playing Mass Effect, but we're talking about Hollywood, and the state of the MCU and movies right now. So if you love that, welcome, happy to have you. And if not, still stay tuned. We're going to be playing some Mass Effect soon. Don't worry. So they tried taking a multi-comic book story and condensing it into a 6 or 8 episode show. Why the fuck would you do that? First off, that was their first problem. People even said, as soon as they announced that they were doing Secret Invasion, they were going, why is this not a phase of the MCU? Why is this not like a full multi-movie storyline? Why is this being condensed into a one Disney Plus show story? Here's my thing. The problem, and here again, here's the problem with writing. Why would... So, sorry, my mind's going a mile a minute here. It's getting ahead of itself. The problem with the MCU was that after Endgame, they had no plan. And that was their first issue, was that people watched the MCU because it was a connecting overall story that you had to watch each entry because it was connected to a story that was going across a whole saga. That first 4, I think it was first 3 phases of the MCU is called the Infinity Saga, because it was that whole storyline from Iron Man 1 to Endgame. And there was 22 or 24 films, or however many it was, and they were all important because you were needing to get to that end result in Endgame. Once that was done, they had no idea what the fuck to do, right? So they went on, and they were just and you could tell they were like, oh, here's this character, and Black Widow finally gets a movie, who should have gotten a movie a long fucking time ago, let me just say. So people thought, and I thought that movie was great, actually. I thought it was one of the better ones of Phase 4. One of the really only good ones, because it gave us Florence Pugh as Elena Belova. Amazing. I have her Funko in the back there. And yeah, so they were pandering, they were floundering, they didn't really know what to do. You got really awful fucking movies like Shang-Chi, waste of time, let's be honest. But again, a great opportunity to give in this diverse character in Shang-Chi. Horrible story. It made no fucking sense. It was worthless to the MCU. They did nothing with the mid-credit storyline. They did nothing with the whole story as an overall, because I remember that was the first time sitting in an MCU movie that I literally checked out, because I was like, I know exactly how this is going to end. They're going to stop the bad guy and they're going to win. And it's going to have no effect on the MCU overall, because Endgame is done, so what else are they going to do? And we haven't seen Shang-Chi since, which really sucks, because I really liked him as a character. I thought Simu Liu did great. But again, where is he now? That movie was, I think, almost 2 years old now. What are we going to do? You know? And I'm trying to think what else. And then, yeah, so it was just floundering. Wakanda Forever, Snorefest, sorry. Wasn't a great movie, didn't like it at all. It also contradicted its own stuff. But the real start of the end, in my opinion, was Thor: Love and Thunder. That movie was fucking trash. I remember, and I think it was because I was sick when I went to go see the movie. I was actually like, I had a fever or whatever. And I watched it and I was like, this is so fun, this is great. And I started watching it again, I couldn't finish. It was so bad. Then we had the real nail on the coffin of fucking Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That movie was bullshit. And at the time, the lowest MCU entry for like, I think it was one of the lowest box office, like it was a box office bomb. People didn't like it. I think it only made like over 300 million at the box office. It was bad. And so then again, hit after hit after hit, people aren't watching anymore. People aren't liking the MCU. Yeah, the quality control was really, really bad. Nobody watched She-Hulk. Nobody liked She-Hulk. Again, a great character that could have had an amazing start to the MCU. Amazing actress in Canadian actress Tatiana Maslany. We know she's an amazing actress because of the show she's on. I believe it's Orphan Black is the show. She's amazing, and she was an amazing She-Hulk as well. But nobody cared because nobody watched the show because it was marketed poorly. The CGI, horrible. They even said, yeah, we rushed the ending. And they even said for She-Hulk, that complete show was like out of order episode-wise. So the whole beginning with Hulk, that actually took place at the end of the show. And they realized, they were like, oh shit. We have no big action sequence or like big special effects thing to hook people in at the beginning of the show. So they reworked that and rushed it to the beginning. So after that, people are going, oh, it's Hulk stuff. This is great. And then we got no Hulk stuff for the rest of the show. So again, it's bad writing. It's bad quality control. I feel like there's so much content and not enough incentive to really keep me watching at the same time. And that's the big problem, is because none of it matters. That's where I mean, where there's great stories that they do nothing with and great characters that they do nothing with because there is no incentive to watch. Again, like I said with Shang-Chi, I know this isn't going to matter. And it didn't. She-Hulk didn't matter, and it didn't. Moon Knight didn't matter, and it didn't. Quantumania didn't matter, and it didn't. That's a big blow up too. If we want to talk Jonathan Majors and all that stuff, I can't comment on like legal stuff and everything, but I feel like there's no real threat right now. Kang still isn't a Thanos level threat, not even close. Agreed, he could have been, but they fucked it up. They fucked it up in the writing. They fucked it up in casting Jonathan Majors, because holy shit, did they not and that's the other thing. How does the MCU not vet their actors? How do they not do that? Did they not see that coming? So that's the other thing too I heard in the Variety article, I believe that was released, was that CAA essentially, when they were casting him in the MCU, stood like they were quiet about it. And they released some charge against him, which essentially meant, and you'd have to look it up, I'm not a professional, I'm nowhere near saying that I'm, you know, the sounding board for the law when it comes to Hollywood law and courts and all of that. You'd have to look up the Variety article, you'd have to look up some articles online, but it was released that CAA released a charge on him that essentially meant that he was abusive to their staff. So that means that CAA knew that Jonathan Majors was not a good guy, he was not a fun guy to be around or a fun guy to work with, and they kept quiet. So they essentially kept quiet for the sake of a buck, so that they can make a lot of money off Jonathan Majors being in the MCU. Super corrupt. That's bullshit too on their end, if you ask me, because they knew the problem and didn't say anything. That's the other thing too in Hollywood. There's a lot of shit people, but they just don't say anything because they make money off of them, right? And like, y'all have the permission to shoot me if I ever become an asshole. You know what I mean? Disappointing, but not surprising, right? Like, ugh. Like, the stuff like that just makes me sick. So, when you have all of that, getting to Secret Invasion. So, here's the other issue. You had the director of WandaVision being like, yeah, I didn't watch WandaVision. The director of Multiverse of Madness saying, yeah, I didn't watch WandaVision. Why was that not mandatory viewing for you, bro? You're making a storyline that happens directly after, with the characters involved. You don't think to include them include that knowledge in your show? That'd be like making a sequel to like Jurassic Park and then being like, yeah, I didn't watch the first one, so I just made this movie. What? That'd be like making a sequel to anything and being like, yeah, I didn't watch the first one, so that's why this one's so different. What the fuck? Right? So the problem with Secret Invasion was that, did Sam Raimi do that one or did he do the first one? Sam Raimi did Multiverse of Madness. There was a different director for the first Doctor Strange. I can't remember who it is right now. You'd have to look it up. But, and this was actually an interview with Beyond the Trailer, the YouTube people that I told you about. She's amazing. You'd love Grace Randolph. She's hilarious. She's great. She interviewed the director of Secret Invasion, and she asked him, she was like, yo, so like, what do you think of the finale of your show? And he's like, oh, I've only seen the first episode. What? How are you as the director only seeing the first episode of your own show? What? Isn't that whack? That's wild. It's what? That also goes to show you how much control Marvel has. I would have been too stunned to speak. Honestly, she handles it so well. She's kind of like, oh wow, like okay. I wouldn't even know what to say to him in response. I'd be like, oh, they'd be like, they're really keeping it under wraps, hey? Like, how? Even then, as a director, this is your product. This is your career that you are presenting to people that will determine whether you get jobs after. How are you as a director okay with not seeing your own show? That's mind-boggling to me. So that right there is the problem of the MCU in a nutshell. That's it. That's what it is. Thank you for enjoying my minutes-long filibuster. We probably talked about this for 20-30 minutes now at this point. But DC is another problem. DC is just quality control. They have shit writers. They have shit stories that do nothing with. And nobody cares. And that's the sad part. I would even argue that DC has better stories than Marvel. DC has better villains. Marvel has a villain problem. None of their villains stay. None of them are good. None of them are memorable. All of their good villains, they kill off the same movie that they're introduced in or do nothing with. Or they make them heroes like Loki. Thanos, he's dead. He's gone. He was their best villain. Hela, she's dead. She's gone. I can guarantee you Kate Blanchett's not coming back to the MCU without a hefty paycheck. And yeah. So that's the Marvel DC problem in a nutshell. Thank you so much thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Wow, you guys really got me going on a tangent there for a second. Wow. Whew. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that made sense. I hope I wasn't just like rambling nonsense for like 20-30 minutes. Who's here? We still got people in chat? We still have people in chat. Sweet. Are you guys still there? Dark Link is still there. Sonic, Atomic, you still there? Oh man. But as you can see, I'm very passionate. No, what you said is valid and I agree. Oh, thank you, Dark Link. I really try to be. You gave us a sermon. I took y'all to church. The church of Hollywood and business. As you guys can see, I'm very passionate about acting and the acting industry, and it's just in a place right now that it's very sad to be a part of, in terms of like it can be so much better, but they do nothing with it. And I think, and this goes for any business, this goes for any industry, I think the buck stops at the top because it all trickles down, right? Honestly, I do think if the MCU wants to make any real change, if it doesn't change, Kevin Feige may have to walk. And that's sad because he's given us over 10 years of amazing filmmaking. He gave us multi-billion-dollar pictures. And look where it is now. Because there's no guidance, there's no direction. So he's got to course correct. Because I guarantee you, with all the people they're firing over at Disney, with all the people they're firing over at Marvel, they just let go of Victoria Alonso this year. So she was the head special effects artist, or head of the special effects at Marvel. She's gone. She was right under Feige. He's probably got to be feeling the heat right now. They're firing people over at Disney left, right, and center. They fired all the Lightyear people. They're gone. I guarantee you, if they haven't announced it, all the people who did Strange World are gone. Because what was that movie? I bet you can't even tell me what Strange World was about. That shows you how bad that movie was. And how little marketing went into that. Because from what I heard, the tea I heard about that movie is that Disney knew it was a flop. So they tried to stop the bleeding as much as possible. That was epic. Oh, thank you, Kaylin. About as good as Wish. See, that's the sad thing. Again, potentially really great stories with diverse characters, progressive characters, LGBT characters, all this stuff that should be there and should be represented. People aren't liking them because they're given shit stories. And by the time, here's going back to the Marvels, and by the time a great story comes along with diverse characters, with people of color, and so the Marvels, the first all-female led cast, it was an amazing movie. Movie was going to be DOA regardless because nobody cares about Marvel anymore. It was the same problem with my personal favorite Star Wars movie, Solo. People were so tired of Star Wars. That poor movie. Again, I don't know why they didn't delay it till the winter or release it the next spring. That movie came out 6 months after The Last Jedi. So here's where marketing and business again comes into play. People hated, The Last Jedi. Why on earth would you release a movie 6 months after their general audience has said, we don't like this? Fix it. Why on earth would you put that poor movie out there to die? And that movie was great. Again, no one watched it because, again, people were done. Nobody cared. It was the same thing with the Bumblebee movie. Those of you who like Transformers, I grew up loving Transformers. I love those movies. Bumblebee and Transformers 5 were amazing. But again, no one cared because they drove the franchise into the ground with shit entries that still made money. So by the time the good stories came back, they didn't make money because their audience had lost interest. That's why business is so important. That's why marketing is so important. That's why hitting quadrants that fill everything to get your money back is so important. At the end of the day, Hollywood's a business. And as actors, we have to market ourselves. As producers, directors, writers, you have to market yourself to give the best product so that you continue to work, right? It's sad, as I wish every actor could get the jobs they want. Sorry, I'm like adjusting my camera here. Seeing what happened to Transformers hurt me especially, right? Because Bumblebee, again, if you guys have not seen it, go watch The Marvels. It's in theaters right now. I highly recommend you guys support your... You should be recording this. Oh, thank you, Kalen. Again, I'm learning stuff that I've heard from other people, so this is your first time hearing it. Go subscribe to Beyond the Trailer. Go subscribe to all those movie people. They're amazing. I'm reiterating what I've heard from them. That's why it's not one issue that's the problem. It's it's everything adding up. It's people not giving the quality, the care, the writing, the stories, the characters, and doing it bloody well, my friend. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. That's why it's such an issue. That's why I say go watch The Marvels. It's such a good movie. Hilarious. The writing is amazing. Brie Larson looks the best she's ever been as Captain Marvel. It's also the best acting she's ever been. Nah, bro, I ain't watching The Marvels even with a gun to my head. Well, you should, Building. You should. You don't have to, but I recommend it. Bumblebee, amazing movie. You're missing out. Right? Agreed, Darklink. Building, you should watch it. It's a very good movie. Even if you wait to watch it on Disney+, give it at least the view on Disney+. You won't be disappointed. Again, Bumblebee, amazing movie. Transformers 5, The Last Night, amazing movie. Solo: A Star Wars Story, amazing movie. Brie Larson is as charismatic as a plank of wood. She is way more charismatic than that, bro. That's the sad thing. So here's the other thing. When it comes to protecting your talent, and I will defend Brie Larson to an extent. Do I think that part of her and other actresses, she was all right in The Room, though. She won the Oscar for The Room. That's how good she was in The Room. She won the Oscar for that. She took it home. She cleaned house. You have to, and there's where vetting talent is important. That's why giving talent PR people is important. Trust me, she isn't as stoic as she is in her first film. Yes, so that's why I said this is the best she's ever looked as Captain Marvel is in this movie. The best she's ever acted was in this movie. So here's the other thing. Back to protecting talent and backing up your talent. And this even goes back to when we were talking about Little Mermaid earlier. Disney did not defend Halle Bailey the way they should have. That poor girl had to deal with upfront and brutal racism just for simply existing. And in a way, you could blame Disney for that, because they know that in casting her, that was going to happen. However, which doesn't mean they shouldn't have done it. That's not what I'm saying. That means they need to step up to the plate and defend her more and be like, yeah, she's a black Little Mermaid. Get over it. We think she's amazing. She's all this stuff, right? So here's the other thing. Yeah, Disney just kind of left her to the woods, into the wolves in a lot of ways. They absolutely did, from what I've seen. However, I do think that her co-stars defended her a lot. Melissa McCarthy, there's a great interview with her doing that. I do think Disney could have done more when it comes to Halle Bailey as Ariel. Was the right casting choice? Absolutely. Absolutely. She was phenomenal. If you've heard her voice, she kills it in that movie. So here's the other thing. Disney didn't set up Brie Larson for success. If you actually listen to her interviews, instead of pushing the message, they should have released a timeless classic. I think they should have, but maybe not with that movie. You know? And that's where why can't you do both? Exactly. You can do both. It's definitely a hard subject, and here's why there's a diversity problem. Are there racist people? Absolutely. It's sad to say. It's awful that it still exists in this time. However, you still have people who are attached to that original Little Mermaid, right? And that's not wrong. That's not bad. That's something that's been established for 30 years as one thing, right? So people get upset and protective over something that has been that way for 30 years. Doesn't mean you shouldn't change it. Doesn't mean you can't be progressive with it. Just be aware that there will be some backlash to it, right? And as I said, I do think that was the right choice with Halle Bailey. The issue with Brie Larson, again, is they didn't set her up for success. If you listen to interviews, she straight up said, she was like, I filmed Endgame before I filmed Marvel. What? You know what I mean? Like, it's as an actor, that's so hard to find your character, and it's because you're going from one movie where she said she's going into a movie where her character's already established. Weird, right? As an actor, how do you get your hand around, in this entry, I've been around for a bit, and then I'm going to go back to another movie, Captain Marvel, which is directed by 2 directors. First mistake, right then and there. I think a lot of these people treat these characters as reimagining the original and as means of erasing the originals. That's not the case. Preach, David. Exactly. Thank you, Darklink. You put it. But took the words right out of my mouth. You can have both. That's when people get protective, they're forgetting that you can have both. You can have Jodie Benson's Little Mermaid and Halle Bailey's Little Mermaid, because they're not the same thing. I do think, because I watched the new Little Mermaid with Atomic, with Kaylin, and I think her and I can both agree that, like, they changed the story enough to make it its own thing. Right? So They called it a flop building, but like at the end of the day, a movie making over $500 million at the box office is a flop is wild to me. Again, the mindset that a movie that made over $500 million is a flop? What? It's wild to me. It's wild. But it's so I totally right. Like, I agree. And that's the thing. Some people just have to agree to disagree. Some people will never fully agree. I always respect people's opinions in chat. Building, I know you think differently, and that's okay. This is a safe place for everybody. We're able to converse. We're able to agree to disagree if we have to. At the end of the day, this is a safe space for everybody. I want to clarify that. You know what I mean? And it's well, because I that being said, building, I don't appreciate toxicity in chat. That's something we don't appreciate. So that I will defend. And so back to Brie Larson. And calling someone a gnome is not a pet name, building, and I know that you know that. Anyways, so back to Brie Larson. That's gotta hurt as an actress to be going into filming Endgame where your character's already established, going into Captain Marvel where you're now creating the origin story for a character that's already been established. You're essentially working backwards, and you don't even get the safety net of having the same directors. You have 2 directors on Captain Marvel, which did not help, and that's evident. Her acting was not great in that movie, and we know that that's not because of Brie Larson. That's because she had 2 different people telling her what to do. And it also didn't help that the storyline was that it was written into the story that she literally had no emotion because all of her memories were gone. So how do you create a story and introduce a character? See, this is where I mean where she was set up to fail. She's being introduced as a character that has no emotions, that already has all these powers for no given reason, and essentially is just the best because woman and girl power. Which is not the case. Captain Marvel is an amazing character, and Brie Larson is well cast, in my opinion, as Captain Marvel. The issue was that they took away her journey to earn it. I think that if they re-established how she got the powers and had her earn it in a way, audiences would have been way more okay with it. because audiences root for the underdog. They love when people earn stories, when people earn certain things in stories. When you just establish a character as, oh, she's the best because woman, people don't like that. Not because they're like anti-woman, but because it's not a good enough reason, right? So, and yes, there are people that do that, and that's the other thing. When you make decisions like that, business-wise, you're openly inviting your content for criticism, right? It's a lot of problems. It's a lot of stuff. So that's why I think Disney needed to protect Halle Bailey more. Disney for sure did not protect Brie Larson. Do I think that she could have been a lot better in how she presented herself in interviews and PR events? Absolutely. Do I think Brie Larson is innocent in that? Absolutely not. However, do I think she's gotten a lot better and learned her lesson? Because as actors, you do also need to realize that what you do, like, you bring in the audience, right? So if you're offending certain audience members, that's not really great for your movie because you're not going to make a lot of money. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. It sucks. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's marketing. It's a business, right? So do I think that Brie Larson was amazing in the Marvels? Absolutely. I definitely think that that's a great thing to do. Yeah. So yeah, that's again, you got part 2 of my Hollywood filibuster there. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Should we get back to some Mass Effect? Should we get back to Mass Effect? Standing ovation. Oh, thank you, Darklink. I'm not perfect. Encore. You guys are too kind. I'm not perfect. That's the thing. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. Marvel's gonna make mistakes. We're human. Nothing can be perfect 100% of the time, and we're not asking for that. But we know when there's stuff that can be better, you should make it better, right? Right. Okay, should we play more Mass Effect? I appreciate you guys listening to me, because as you guys can tell, I'm very passionate about this. Safe spaces are being used to violate the civil rights of others, including those of free speech. And it's sad that that happens, building.
Cerberus scientists are safe with the Alliance. The brass thinks they'll be a big help on the Crucible.
First Grissom Academy, now this. Nice work.
You know how fighter pilots put those little stamp things?
Free speech is fine, but not at the expense of others. Agreed. Right versus left talk over each other. That can happen because, again, we're human, right? We all have our things that we fight for, but it's super important that we at least make sure to have that conversation, right? Because if you don't open a dialogue, if you don't open that conversation, then nothing happens. Progression becomes a standstill, right? So it's super important that we hear both sides. And you can't listen to, you will see me very seldom, and then by choice, talk about political stuff or my views or anything like that, because stagnation is the lack of progress. Absolutely. And it's by choice that I don't talk about that, because one, it's not my place. Dialogue is healthy as long as you keep things respectful. Absolutely. That goes without saying, though, Sonic Pod. I totally agree.
Carry on, Edie.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
Aw, Edie, she's like, I'm telling people to come see me over here. But yeah, so like, it depends on context and situations. Absolutely. And that goes with... Everyone is taking the words out of her mouth. That's good. No, as I said, I like to make this a safe space for people of differing views, of differing opinions, because I do think it's important to hear stuff from both sides and form and meet somewhere in the middle. I think the truth is often somewhere in the middle. Most stuff can be solved by meeting in the middle. So yeah, as I said, you will rarely hear me seldom talk about certain stuff because it's not my place. I like to be, as I say, like Dolly Parton, because when you think about it, Dolly Parton's got fans on both sides. Are you a Democrat? I can't be a Democrat. I don't live there. So I got you, building. I see you. So it's rip, LOL. As I said, I like to be like Dolly Parton. She's got fans on both sides. She appeals to both sides. And, oh, mass relay with the Corians. Where's the Corian? Oh, over here. And, because, yeah, like, I like to be an entertainment space for people. I like to be a place where you guys can come from the day, from life, and just come hang out, you know, let it all hang out, you know, just chillax with a bunch of people. And when I do movies and TV shows, hope you guys enjoy those too. And yeah, I just like to be a good, fun place, a nice place for people to escape and feel good. I always like to be the person, as they say, that you leave them happier than when you came, you know? And that's what I strive to do.
For your support in the fight against the Reapers. What's going on?
17 days ago, with precision strikes on 4 Geth systems, the Quarians initiated the war to retake our homeworld.
Which was a clear violation of our agreement with the Council to avoid provoking the Geth.
A treaty violation is nothing compared to...
I didn't bring in politics, building. If you go back, you'll notice that I explained it in a very specific way.
Your homeworld? You mean Rannoch?
Correct, Commander. 300 years ago, we lost our world to our own AI creations, the Geth.
After we attempted to kill them...
Oh, thank you, Dark Link.
We tried to deactivate them. It wasn't murder.
No, it was murder.
Commander, the Quarians never intended to create a true AI. It was an accident.
Which you chose to correct by trying to kill them.
And if I do building, I always make sure that it's respectful to both sides.
Don't fall. Admitting we were wrong would undercut the justification for this suicidal invasion plan.
You're throwing yourselves at the Geth? Again?
BRB, phone at 8%, gonna get ready for soon, to be back soon. Okay, we'll see you soon, Atomic. We'll be here.
This signal began broadcasting to all Geth ships.
The Reapers.
Am I a centrist? I don't know what that is, building.
Our fleet is pinned in the home system. If we're going to win, we're...
Win? You insisted on involving the civilian ships, Admiral Gerrel. We need to retreat or we'll lose the live ships.
Where's the signal coming from?
Here. A Geth dreadnought. It can outgun anything we've got, and it's heavily defended.
The Normandy stealth drive can get us in undetected. I could board, then disable the Reaper command signal.
Yes, cutting off the signal should throw the Geth into complete disarray.
And while they're confused, you get to a mass relay and retreat.
Good. Our civilian ships have seen too much fighting.
You take care, building. Hope you have a great rest of your evening.
You can disable the signal.
We'll get you out of there safely, Admiral.
Our newest...
Always fun having you.
Talizora Vastormandi, reporting for duty.
Glad you could make it, Tally. Admirals, I'll ready a team to hit that dreadnought.
Thank you, Commander.
Admiral?
It's mostly a formality. I'm an expert on the Geth.
That you are.
I'm glad you're here.
If I'd known it was this bad, I would have come sooner.
So this is our last squad mate to the game, Tally.
Sorry about Earth.
I hate to also follow suit, but I have work in the morning, so I have to call it a night. Thanks for the fun chats. Thank you so much for joining, Dark Link. Happy to have you. I hope to be back on Wednesday evening with another stream, so hope to see you then. Thanks for joining, buddy.
No. After talking to Legion, I thought maybe there was a chance for peace.
So I helped them.
I'm an admiral. People look to me for guidance. Public disagreement would divide the fleet.
I'll get your people out of here
I plan on being there, having a good night. See you then, buddy. Happy to have you. Have a great rest of your week.
Of the admirals. If you'd like to catch up, let's talk somewhere private.
Sure thing.
I'm ready to hit that dreadnought whenever you are.
The signal is coming from your butt. Oh, Darnell, welcome, buddy. Sorry, I just saw your thing now. Are you still there, Darnell? I just saw your message. Okay. Disable the dreadnought. You okay? Yes, ma'am. Welcome, Alpha. How are you? How are you, Darnell? How's it going? Okay. Let's grab Garrus for this one. So this will probably be our last mission, and then I'll probably head out. There we go. Okay, there we go. Good, tired doing some more last minute shopping. I love it. Did you get some good deals there, Darnell? Also, what was for dinner? You told me you got dinner. Chart. There we go. Oh, you're also gonna have to follow the follow suit. Oh, thank you, Sonic. I hope you have a great rest of your night. It's okay. Well, as I said, this will probably be the last one. Let's do combat drone. There we go. You can't go until I'm back. Well, welcome back, Atomic. This will be the last mission here. Health damage, armor damage. Let's upgrade his overload. Oh, welcome back, Kalen. Oh, you got the Toucan Dine from Harvey's. I have never been to Harvey's. Where's one left in where we are? Yeah, I got a bunch of little random stuff I needed or / wanted. A few other things caught my eye today too. Nice. I did not get anything today, though. I did get a Cyber Monday deal on something off Amazon that I bought for the channel. I've never been to Harvey's, Kaylin. Oh, over there on Portage. Okay. David, how are we friends? Is it good? I'm assuming it's good because Darnell gets it all the time. It's so good. Also, I love that you got the two can die in Darnell. That's epic. It's thick boy season. Yeah, there's one on Portage. Is that the only one left? Because there used to be the one on Corridon. But yeah. I know that one's, I think, a Starbucks now. Or something. And there used to be one in the, yeah, there used to be one in the airport. It's pretty great. The burgers, at least. The fries are meh. It's always sick boy season. The hot dogs are good. I didn't know they sell hot dogs.
I'll secure the docking area. Everyone else can follow me over. Roger that, Commander. We'll just stay here.
Burnt, but somehow good. Are they burnt? Are they burnt all the time? They always burn the hot dogs? Harvey's used to be all over. Then they were only in Home Depots, then only in the airport, and then I think just the Portage location. And I think there's still one in the airport. Oh, is it in the airport? I thought Kaylin said it's not there anymore. My dad used to take us there every Friday when I was a kid. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they're a little charred. But it's part of the charm, right? The charred charm.
Tally, you're gonna like the view.
Better than a vid?
Much.
But yeah, you'd have to check. Like, check on Google. It'll tell you, Darnell, which locations are still open. Because maybe they brought it back to the airport after COVID. I heard it closed. But they could have brought it back. Because is Harvey's burgers, or is it more sandwiches? Or am I thinking of Arby's?
A little disorienting.
The dreadnought has artificial gravity. You should be okay once you're on board.
Until then, I'll make do with Meg.
There's an Arby's coming to the outlet mall, you're right, and that's another place I've never had before.
Yet don't use windows, remember? Structural weakness.
Like the Gather just sitting there saying, those organics would never try the no windows thing twice.
You're thinking Arby's. Okay. You're thinking of nasty Arby's. Maybe it'll be better, Darnell.
Looks like the rest of the team.
How we must fix this? Well, we can't fix the Arby's one yet, but we can fix Harvey's. Harvey's.
If I can help it. Ask Tally to get on the Dreadnought schematics. If you can point me at another docking tube, I'll override the controls and let the boarding party on.
No, Arby's is nasty. When it opens, I will personally escort you there and we'll eat sandwiches. Okay, sounds good, Kaylin. And the curly fries. I am always down for curly fries. And we're getting a Krispy Kreme. I don't even know how it's still in business. I literally don't know a single people that eats there. At Harvey's? Or at Arby's, or both.
I found another airlock. I think we're good to go.
Arby's, oh my god, follow. Oh, Portage is the only Harvey's. Okay, so the airport one is still closed. Yeah, that one closed in COVID, I believe. Arby's equals bad. Bleh. I'll still try it. I'll try it for a curly fry. I have to try it once. Same with Harvey's. I'll try Harvey's once. Arby's, I get cravings for their roast beef and cheese sauce sandwich. That actually sounds good.
Here, let me see if I can get this open. In the meantime, take a look at this. There, it's open. We're clear to go.
With all the curly fries on the side. The arc pistol. I remember this gun was actually quite good. Guess my appetite's back. Yeah, there you go. Even just the name of their food products.
Looks impressive.
No, hands down, the grossest sounding food product is Taco Bell. Hands down. The big crunch wrap.
How come I? So where are we
Like
headed?
what?
We're looking for an operations center. I can disable the Reaper command signal from there.
Where's the closest one?
The big crunch box.
Defense network and through a sensor cluster. Oh, vents. Always the vents.
Guardian and electric lasers. Looks like they're using ultraviolet frequencies, like the Solarians. Expensive.
Aw, she knows it's bedtime. Don't worry, we'll finish up this mission, and it'll probably be bedtime for me too.
Come on, let's get to the op center before they lose more. Think I found that hull breach you mentioned.
Watch out! Get incoming! Understood!
Think I found them.
Right away.
Stay sharp, more on the way. I don't hear an alarm.
They're deaf. They sent alerts to every unit on this ship. We need to get to the operations center before they box us in.
Oh, are you sending photos of Daisy there, Kaylin?
Throwing their lives away.
Network intelligence. As we kill them, their attacks become more aggressive.
Disable their shields. And don't give them time to recharge.
I'll have to check those after the stream. Aye.
Look, the signal's hitting all Geth processes. The Reapers have them completely under control.
We've tried jamming it, hacking it, and piggybacking garbage data to corrupt it. Nothing.
Sensor data. Any sign of how the Quarians are doing?
We're taking heavy losses. The Geth have a planetary defense cannon. It's ripping through our fleet.
Is there anything we can do to help them?
Just make their sacrifice worthwhile.
Why do we need to find the operations center? Wouldn't any access console do?
No. Anything we do here, the Geth could counter. Too many fault checks and redundancy levels for what we need to do. The Dreadnought Operations Center is just ahead.
Good. Let's get the Reaper signal and get the fleet out of here.
The hunters are moving in!
Couldn't hide from that. Watch your six. At least one hunter still active.
That's the last. Rest of them. Let's see if that console is operational.
Even if they're food products. But you do you, boo-boos. Love that for y'all. Thanks, Darnell.
Sure thing.
I just vomited.
Damn it. They've locked down the Reaper signal. We can't shut it down from here.
Darnell, what's your favorite fast food joint? Do you have a favorite one? Kaylin, do you have a favorite one? Mine's probably New Burger, for sure.
Right, but how do we get there?
It's so expensive, but it's so good.
To block us off. We need a route to the drive core that can't be blocked. A path that runs the length of the ship.
What about the main battery? It runs right by the drive core.
That could work.
But
For burgers? For whatever.
We need to get these doors open. They've locked high-level processes. We need something basic. A ship-wide emergency. Like a fire.
what about the heat diffusion system?
Wait, if I faked a thermal warning, it would open all maintenance tubes for emergency venting.
Would that override the lockdown?
Yes. Okay, I've got it primed. But be ready.
I just love how the gun's glitched out of her hand, so it's just sitting on her hand.
Watch out, they're dropping in.
That's tough. Used to be Juniors, but their food is much more expensive and quality's gone down. Oh no, I've never been to Juniors. Another one. Never been to. Is that the one with the Fat Boy burger? Is that in like Saint Patel? Honestly, like Wendy's to burgers. I love Wendy's burgers. I think they have the best burgers for sure. It's those square patties. And fresh, never frozen. Though I don't know how they keep them. Lankies and Grand Marais. Where's Grand Marais? I don't even know. At this very moment in time, I've been eating a ridiculous amount of Wendy's. So them right now. Okay, so 2 votes for Wendy's. We love Wendy's. Y'all are making me want Wendy's now. Right beside Grand Beach. Oh, okay. I've never been. That's a trend. I haven't been to like most of these restaurants.
Shouldn't be too much farther to the main battery. Surprised they'd send you on this mission, Tally.
Even admirals are expected to serve.
Road trip.
Better at hacking than I am ordering ships around.
Yeah, against an enemy dreadnought, your combat drone would just float there making that noise.
I missed you too, Garrus.
I ship Garrus and Tally. But yeah, can't beat the Junior Baconator. That's what I get. My go-to is the Junior Baconator because the Baconator's too big. But the son of Baconator is perfect. Team Wendy's. Hashtag Team Wendy's.
Priority message. A planetary defense cannon just took down Admiral Forrest's ship.
Survivors?
They got to escape.
Right? It's so good.
Got Admiral Braun trying to establish a secure link.
And do you guys like all the fixings on your burgers? I'm a ketchup only guy. I like just ketchup. Just ketchup. I don't like pickles and I don't like onions. I know some people that eat theirs without any condiments. I'm like, that's too much for me. That's too much. That's hashtag team too much. Last time I got a real Baconator, it went in my fridge and I ate like a bite a day for 4 days. Really? I'm shocked. Yeah, I only like ketchup. Sometimes I'll get mustard if I'm feeling a little wild, you know? The only burger I don't really change anything on is like a chicken burger. But even then, I'll only get light mayo, and not because I don't like mayo. Well, I don't like mayo. That's first off. But like, I don't. They like glop it in mayo, and it's disgusting. I've had mayo chup. I'm not a big fan, but I know some people. But I know people love it. The melee is always fun. I used to love the Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's, but lately... Sorry, I have to kill this Geth. But lately I've been getting sick from most deep-fried sandwiches. Oh, interesting. I mean, they're not great for you anyways, but...
That'll buy us time. No way they'll fire with that maintenance lock in place. Let's move.
Yeah, it's like food poisoning. It's sad, right? Oh, shit.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Bro, move. McDonald's grilled cheeses are hilarious. I forgot they make grilled cheese. Those were introduced when I was like still a kid. I remember when McDonald's didn't have grilled cheese, and I thought that my sister ordered so many burgers with only cheese that they made it for her. Because my sister, for so many years of her life, would not eat meat. We thought she was going to be a vegan because she just hated meat. And then one day she wanted a burger, and then she's never looked back since. That's literally how it went. She was like a... It's like the bun sliced into bread with the cheese in it. Yeah. I've always wanted, and I still have yet to make it. I would love to make like a tomato soup with like a grilled cheese. I'm all about the Happy Meals these days, though. Yeah, didn't you get like a squishmallow in your last one, Kaylin? It was like a koala or something. Wonder if they have any good toys these days. You'd have to check. I think it's Pokemon I saw was one of them. Nice. Yeah, I thought it was. Sorry, I'm just gonna plug in my phone here. Can't remember if there's something. Oh, there was something over here. Okay. Yeah, I want to say it's Pokemon or something. They had Nerf earlier, but it wasn't like the Nerf guns. It was weird. I always wondered if I should do like Happy Meal unboxings on my channel. That'd be so fun.
Shepard, grab my hand.
Right? I just have to wait for the right toy. Maybe if they did like Jurassic or something. That'd be cool.
Good. Hopefully we're done with elevators. Come on. The
Elevators.
outputs.
Shepard Commander, help us.
Legion, another crew member from Mass Effect 2.
Shepard, wait. The Geth are being controlled by the Reaper signal.
They have cantaloupe chunks in Happy Meals. They do. Not just apple slices anymore. Cantaloupe, that's funny.
Legion helped us fight the Reapers before. There's no way it would have agreed to this.
Your caution is understandable. Once freed, we will submit to any restraints you deem necessary.
I never thought I'd say this, but it's good to see you again.
Likewise, Creator Zora.
So what is this thing?
It uses our networking architecture to broadcast the old machine command signal to all Geth simultaneously.
Then getting you out of there will shut off the Reaper signal.
Wait, you cannot simply remove the restraints. We are secured via hardware blocks nearby that shackle our operating protocols. The hardware blocks are on the far side of the room.
Far side of the room, you said?
Yes, deactivation should be simple. The Geth protected them against viral attack, not physical removal.
How'd the Reapers get control of the Geth?
They did not. The Creators attacked. The Geth wished to live. The old machines extended an offer.
So we went to that Geth station and destroyed the heretics for what? Nothing?
No. Removal of the heretics made the decision to ally with the old machines more difficult. Had the Creators not attacked, it would have been unnecessary.
We'll have you out of there soon.
Looks like Disney 100 collectibles, but that may be in the US. Yeah, because I wanted to get one of those, but they didn't have any here in Canada. They also had Little Mermaid ones, but they didn't give us those either.
Hardware blocks offline. We are free.
And I don't know why it's different between US and Canada. We're literally the same. Road trip, right? I would do that.
As a gesture of cooperation, we have disabled the Dreadnought's drive core. All weapons and barriers are offline. Alert! Geth reinforcements incoming!
Oh boy.
The Geth fleet is destabilized.
Watch out, that's a
Signal is offline. Civilian fleet, prepare to withdraw. The patrol fleet will cover you once the heavy fleet is in position. Whenever you're ready, Admiral.
Good, let's see what the Quarians can do. Affirmative!
Got it!
Signaling! Setting up turret.
But the US doesn't believe in vinegar or suitable amounts of salt for fries. Do they not have vinegar in the US?
What are you doing?
Ron, check your screens. The Dreadnought is helpless. No barriers, and the main gun is offline. We can remove their flagship if we strike.
No, I asked for vinegar once and they were so confused. Oh, weird.
What are you talking about? We're still on board.
We can't waste this chance. Heavy fleet on.
Gave me a jar of apple cider vinegar. Oh, ew. Yeah, you don't eat that stuff.
You do that, and the heavy fleet gets wiped out. And if we die, simple retreat won't save you from the Geth response.
Damn it, what are they doing?
Focus on the Geth. We'll worry about the Admirals later.
Patrol fleet, flanking support on the heavy fleet. Give them a firing lane.
I think I'll just get a Happy Meal tomorrow. Google is not assisting me. Yeah, get one and let me know. I want to say it's Pokemon, but I'm not sure.
We must evacuate. We need to get to the escape pods. Transmit intelligences via remote signal. We do not use escape pods. Suggestions? Geth fighters are docked in a port side fighter bay. We can pilot a fighter to safety. Shepard to fleet. Hold fire. I repeat, hold fire.
They're not responding.
Damn it. Shepard Commander, we have taken control of docking protocols. We'll be right there. Warrior bastards. Shepard Commander, we can only launch from the upper level.
Let's go.
They're closing the door.
Did Garrus yell Quarian bastards?
We'll make it.
Like, what? That did not, like, that took me out of nowhere.
Fine. We're leaving in a Geth fighter. Transmitting rendezvous coordinates.
What are you gonna get in your Happy Meal, Kaylin?
We're fine. Go.
Just wiggle the wings. That's a satisfying, like, turret sound.
They fired on the Dreadnought while you were on board?
They were supposed to pull their fleet out safely. Instead...
I know. Admiral Garrus been causing trouble along the Turian border for years. But I can understand their desperation. We only lost Earth a few weeks back.
We haven't lost Earth yet.
We need help, Shepard. We need a fleet. And the Quarians have the biggest one out there.
I'll get it, Admiral.
Your unilateral strike endangered us all. I should charge you with treason.
I was within my authority as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet.
And what of Shepard?
Wild.
And Talizora?
They escaped unharmed. Shepard, the mission parameters changed. You're military, you understand that.
I understand. You wasted your chance to withdraw safely.
The Dreadnought was a perfect target.
Admiral, you jeopardized your mission and your...
I let the intrusive thoughts take over. I was like, just punch him.
Shepard, I understand you're angry.
If I didn't need your fleet...
He nearly got us killed, Ron.
You must understand. The Geth inflicted heavy casualties before you disabled the Reaper signal.
You said they have a planetary defense cannon?
Had. Admiral Chorus sacrificed his own ship to destroy it. He crash-landed on the home world.
The Normandy can assist with rescue efforts.
Thank you, Commander. I think the worst is over. The Geth no longer possess the programming upgrades they had while enslaved by the Reapers.
Shepard Commander, we are prepared to offer assistance.
What the hell is this?
Wait. Everybody calm down.
Might go to the Cairo tomorrow too. Was doing yoga today. I felt twisted to the left.
Destroy the collectors.
And my right hip was so tight I almost cried. Oh no!
Broadcast commands from the Dreadnought.
Yeah, I haven't been to the Cairo in a year. I need to go back. I also don't have money for the Cairo because I'm a student right now.
I may be able to use it to find a weakness in the Geth consensus.
I blame the gym. That'll do it.
Legion helped me in the fight against the collectors.
So did your pistol. Should I worry about its feelings as well?
It's not a toy.
Do you have insurance through school? No, but I have insurance through Blue Cross. I'll see.
Attacking our people. The security implications and...
It disabled that Dreadnought as a gesture of good faith.
Please, creators, we wish to offer assistance.
What can you tell us about the Geth? How will they react without Reaper guidance?
This is a false assumption. You have
Right?
cut off long-range control, but the old machines placed a base on Rana for short-range direction.
The Geth still have Reaper upgrades.
Correct. They are currently disorganized, but once the short-range signal is in place, they will recover.
Yeah, I'll have to check because I can't remember if I get $10 off or if I get like
We need to take out the Reaper base. Where's it?
$10. Like if I only have to pay $10, I'll have to check.
Understood. We do know the location of a server from which Geth fighter squadrons are controlled. The squadrons are targeting creator live ships. Disabling them will limit casualties. We offer assistance.
Thanks.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll have to check. Alright, you guys. I think it's the perfect time to end the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Darnell, thank you so much for watching. Kaylin, thank you for watching. Everybody that else has been in chat has led already. So if you guys are still in chat, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I'll be back on Wednesday with even more Mass Effect 3. So hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you guys in the next